Hello everyone, Sheek here with another semi-review. This past weekend, I went to Universal Studios for the very first time in Hollywood, California, or Hollywood in LA and California. Never been. Pretty fun actually. Was there for a day, didn't quite get to see everything. I did get to go to the Transformers 3D ride, and I did get to do a couple of other things. It was quite fun, and I also got myself a cool souvenir hat from the Transformers ride, and it was the only thing that really seemed worthwhile getting, because I mean, look, Nest, Autobot, and it says Global Alliance, which is pretty cool. And it also has a little pocket inside, so that's also pretty cool. I don't wear hats too terribly often, but it seemed like the only thing worthwhile getting there. Highly do not recommend getting any action figures there unless you're going to get one that says Universal Studios on the box, because that would be exclusive. But most of those looked like they were old molds from like Dark of the Moon, I do believe, somewhere in that time frame. I mean, they were, I think most of them were about twice normal retail price on almost everything. So I am really glad that some of the things I saw, like, yeah, those are really cool. Glad I didn't have to pay those prices for them. So just a heads up, if any of you go there and you're like, oh, this is really cool, I recommend passing on and maybe getting something like some other merch that you might be hard to find online. I'm not sure. I didn't really look. But I was like, hey, want to get some merch, and thought this hat was cool. And I really enjoyed it. Anyway, attached to this video, I'm going to put some clips from my time at the park. Hope you guys enjoy. This looks like my kind of place, and I'm not even in the park yet. Oh, that looks really cool. I don't know what spaceship that's supposed to be from, but that is pretty cool. Well, now I'm at the entrance, and there's some cool music. And here we have the Universal Studios globe thingy fountain. That's pretty cool. I can hear the Simpsons theme music, so that means the Simpsons ride must be relatively close by. Optimus Prime, that's awesome. Definitely want to ride this ride the most.
Make fine Decepticons. Now cheer for these two. They have proved their worth. That is power, young ones. I say and they do. You will learn much on my side. Child, look at me, young one. You. Yes, Hannah. How much do you hate this man? On a scale of 1 to 10, be truthful.
Guys, keep the line moving forward, please. Keep the line moving forward.
7 it is. Have you come to join me? Starscream is on a mission. Why do you want to know where Starscream is? Typical. Because he is obedient. What? What are you smiling at?
Last photo of blue, stay focused, girl. Come on. Let me.
We got it.
Alright, guys, let's clear this area. Thank you.
And we want to make sure that we're giving her good habits, right? And because we're lots of them are technical learners, anything that she sees us do, she's going to think she can do too, and she's going to try and figure it out. So we don't want her thinking that she can pet everybody right now, because again, she's 6 months old, and she's a 6-month-old whose hands are numb. So we want to make sure that she knows how to be safe with her claws before she can use them to contact us. If anybody has any questions at any time, is we find a little DNA sample, we make copies of it, we put those copies into eggs, and in the eggs we grow baby dinosaurs. Now, that's like the layperson's like really quick explanation of it, and please bear with me because I am an animal behaviorist, not a geneticist, but that is how we get them. So it is important to note that while these dinosaurs are as close as we can get to their ancestors, they are a little different. One of the big differences between Sierra here and her ancestors is the fact that she does not have feathers. Now, her ancestors were feathered dinosaurs. They went extinct about 70 million years ago. Now, they did roam the Earth for a good long time. They roamed the Earth for about 75 to to 70 million years ago. To put that in perspective, human beings, which is you guys, as long as you've had your coffee, human beings have been around for about, maybe on the outside, 300,000 years. So her species roamed the Earth for about 20 times longer than we have so far. But they did so about 70 million years ago. So she is way, way, way out of her time period. But again, keep in mind, she was created in a laboratory. You do not find these animals in the wild any longer. Now, she is a carnivorous species. Does anybody know what a carnivore is?
Or the Jeep is falling through the trees. Oh,
At this point in the trip there, I was doing the tour of the studio, and this part was absolutely amazing. Especially looking at all these cars from all the different movies. Like you can see Back to the Future, there's also Man of the Eye, Knight Rider, the Flintstones. Very cool, very fun. There's a lot of things on this tour. Obviously, I wasn't able to catch everything, nor would I have been able to properly enjoy if I had tried to capture everything on camera. And then the previously that green car, oh man, that old timey green car was amazing. Hey, Jurassic Park Jeep. And then a boat, a Jeep, and then a tank, which is not actually made out of metal. It is made out of like plywood and other things, so it's lightweight to transport and all that.
Jurassic
may not
Park.
hear
The
in
set
the
pieces
video.
that you're seeing are from the first Jurassic Park, Lost World Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3.
This part was also really amazing, getting to see all the Jurassic Park stuff. That was so cool.
Actually, it is our opposite direction. It's our flash flood. So we're going to show you how we make it rain in Hollywood. Now, if you're watching a football game at home and it starts to rain, you often can't see the size of the raindrops because they're so tiny. But here in Hollywood, we make the raindrops 3 times the size of normal raindrops. Now, this is an attraction, so we want to remind everyone to please remain seated at all times and hold on to all your belongings. We're going to make it rain. There we go. Now, we're using a device called a rain grid. It's kind of like a fancy sprinkler. Look at how big those raindrops are. Now, the strobe lights. Several movies, including Paul Giamatti's movie Big Fat Liar, starring Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. Now, here comes our flood. Hold on, everybody.
Wow.
Everyone remain seated. Sit down. Also, this would be the Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. They also filmed the first season of Westworld over here as well. Speaking of West, we're going west, Old West, in fact. Welcome to our western town called 6 Points. It's called 6 Points because back in the day, we could film 6 different western movies all at the same time. Why? Because they were silent films. So that's why it's called 6 Points. That saloon we're passing to your left, that's where they filmed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. The full transparency, this is our earthquake attraction as well, so we can film inside or we can use it for our tour. Obviously right now we're going to use it for our tour, so we're going to experience an 8.3 earthquake together. So I want you to remain seated, hold on to all your belongings. It's a lot of fun, to be honest with you. So hold on, everybody, we are about to get started. You never ever know when there might be a California tremor, so
This is also really fun. I didn't manage to catch all of it on camera, but it was really fun to experience. The whole park as a whole is really fun. I didn't get to see everything like I said earlier, but I do highly recommend going here if you ever get the chance. Whoa.
right hand side, they have drained it so they can refurbish it. Jaws will make an appearance later this year. Now this area was also used as cabin cove.
if you aren't familiar with this theme song or the show, this is from Murder, She Wrote. Absolutely love that show growing up. I want to watch it again after.
Now over here to your
this
right
on
hand
the
side,
ride.
you are going to see a giant house on this hill. This house is known as the Chicken Ranch. It was
This is
used
probably
in
my
Dolly
favorite part,
Parton's movie
more so
Best
than
Little
the
Whorehouse in
Transformers
Texas.
ride, honestly.
Also used in the Beethoven movies. So if you remember Beethoven the dog, that was Beethoven's house. The backyard was used as Jessica Fletcher's backyard for Murder, She Wrote. Remain seated, everybody, and look to your right-hand side. Here we go. First car is American Graffiti. The small little car next to it is from Mr. B.
Mystery
Then we
Machine.
have our double-decker bus. And then we have the 3 cars from Fast and the Furious, including Dom's Black Charger. The police car from Public Enemy. The Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. That classic Ford is from Psycho. You're in the town and you need a place to stay. Do not stay at the Bates Motel right over here to your right. The Bates Motel is a freaky place.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
That's great.
Over here to your left-hand side is the original Psycho house. Now remember that set was built in 1959 for the 1960 release. We're leaving the most iconic set, now we're entering the most elaborate set. Welcome to Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Oh, wow.
The airplane crash site set is perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steve.
Again, sit down to talk about the War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big vehicle? Because it's just so remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not even so live anymore.
I hope you like this peek into my adventure at Universal Studios. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. Until next time, have a good one, everyone.